Let's see if our buy signal in Tesla is still valid right now. So today is down $3.25, 1.8%, closed at 179.99. Post-market, we're up a little bit. So we called the buy signal when we had right here a break of 180.38 with a stochastic over 60, and because we were out of a downward channel. We are still into a bigger downward channel, so that's okay. If we are taking a look at this downward channel right here, we need to be outside of this one to get a buy signal on this one right here, knowing that there is a channel that is not too far away. So, we could have had only a little bit of a swing up on the daily chart. And in terms of a swing up, we almost got nothing because once we broke 180.38, we were making a big gap. So Tesla made a big gap right here. So when we have a super big gap and we had another resistance right here from this bearish channel, then, we were pretty close to the stop line. So, this is not the best buy signal on the daily chart. On the 1 hour chart, this allows us to get in a little bit quicker, but sometimes it's not the right thing. But this allowed us to get in a little bit quicker on the 1 hour chart. And then, because of that, we could have made some profit a little bit. So right now, let's take a look at this 1 hour chart on Tesla. So we closed just below 180.38. And if we see it post-market, we seem to be back above. And look at this right here. Look at how perfectly we are stopping on the 180.38. It's pretty close to perfect. Sometimes we are just a little bit lower, a little bit higher. So when I see this and when I see the post-market, this is telling me that the stock wants to really bounce on 180.38. We'll see if the post-market that we have right now is going to be valid tomorrow. But so far, this is what I see. I am calling you what I see, and it seems like we are going to be bouncing. The bad news is that we have stochastic at 4. So when we have a low stochastic, we should be very wary because a stock need to have stochastic over 60 to have a sustained move up. So if we have a stochastic at 59, it's close to 60, so this could also work. But when we have stochastic at 4, then the chances of that happening are just a little bit lower. But the proof is in the pudding. Stochastic is looking rearward. It's looking in the rear view mirror. So maybe something is going to happen tomorrow to make the stock go higher. So we'll see. In terms of indicators on the daily chart, it is at 68. So from that perspective, this is good. The MACD is still crossed over. RSI is above 50 and DMI is also above 50. It's only on the 1 hour chart that we are having this really abysmal stochastic. We'll see tomorrow how that gets resolved. VIX, so VIX, very volatile VIX. So we went quite a bit higher and also quite a bit lower, but we see the body right here. The body finished on the upper side of the candle. So I count this as a little bit of a move up, even though we have a close that's lower than where it was yesterday. I still count it as a move up. Bonds going sideways, nothing to see here. US dollar sideways also, even though went higher and went lower. Let's take a look at the stock indices to see what the market as a whole did today. So Dow Jones, this is still into a congestion zone. This is between 37,787 and 38,332. We don't see the stock market moving that much up. S&P 500 also no move up. Tried to go higher, but then it was squished down pretty hard. And the reason is that, the Fed is holding the interest rates steady. So, this is why we are having this move down. And if we time it, it happened after 2:30 today. Nasdaq, the same thing. We did not have stochastic over 60, so you see how this can guide us. We had a move up like this, so we could have thought, okay, well, this is going higher. We had a resistance that we had to cross, and we did not have stochastic over 60, then it did not come through. So this is working most of the time. Let's take a look at our Magnificent Seven. So Apple down $1. We still have the earnings tomorrow, so we'll see if that changes. Amazon, we had the good earnings, so we are inching a little bit higher. Stochastic is close to being over 60, but we cannot break 180.11. So this is what I consider the buy signal. We need to get outside of a congestion zone, and that one finishes at 180.11. AMD, we have broken outside of a bullish channel. This one is just gone, and I would even consider this a short right here because, we had kind of a congestion zone with the bottom of the candle on April 19th. So we are outside of the congestion zone. So this is our sell signal right here. ARM down 5%. We are still into the bullish channel, so it's still bullish. Google, we are seeing some kind of stabilization. I was hoping that we would stabilize just right above 161.74, but this is a little bit higher so far. Microsoft, this is a short with the break of 394. This is still a continuation today. There's still a little bit of support because of the candle that we had last Thursday. So there's a tiny bit of support at 388.22. So if you want to be extremely sure, wait for a break of 388.22. Meta, this is going nowhere. To go somewhere, we would need a break of 452. NVIDIA caving in also, losing Stochastic over 60. Palantir, nothing to see here until the earnings next Monday. SMCI continuing its way down with a gap right here. SoFi doing nothing. True SoFi, look at this. It did not close above 50.80. Did not close above it, just like it did right here on February 15th. We went above during the day, but then it didn't last. So there was not a flood of people, just a few people, and then when they were gone, the stock came back down. We are still waiting for a close. We are still waiting for 50.80. We're EV stocks, so BYD doing pretty good. We had some mixed earnings. We need a break of 28.16, so we are waiting for that. We already have a good Stochastic over 60, so we'll see what happens. Lucid climbing higher a little bit, so we have Stochastic over 60. And are we outside of a downward channel? If I look at the downward channel, so let's take this one right here. Are we outside of this? Very, very close to being outside of this. And then we are going to look if we could get cut under a congestion zone. And that congestion zone was at 254 right here. And then boom, we have a break of that one. So I would just need a break of that ladder, downward resistance, diagonal downward resistance to be pretty okay with a buy on this. But we'll see next Monday. Neo battery material going sideways. Neo, love to see this. Look at this. Look at this. I'm just in love with this stock. I kind of love this stock because in 2020, I bought it at $7 and I rode it up to 40 something. So I had a really nice run. I had bought 1,000 of those. So that was a really nice run. So I've always had a little bit of a thing for it. I should not trade because of what I feel about it. I should trade, and I did, just because we had a break of horizontal resistance right here with a good Stochastic. And the bearish channel was right here. So we had all of our criteria, and look at this. This is paying off. We are up 11%. So I'm going to ride this pony to the horizon, if it lets me. Novonix going sideways. Xpeng, very close. This is another one. So we see that EV stocks are starting to come back. We see them starting to come back. BYD doing pretty good. NIO doing pretty good. Xpeng, we just need a break of 822. A break of 822 and boom. Boom, this is going to be something. So just going to make a note for myself. Rivian, yeah, nothing to see here. Bitcoin, this is really disappointing. So, but again, we cannot complain too much. This is the bullish channel of Bitcoin since 2023. This is the pace at which Bitcoin goes. And now Bitcoin got a little bit overexcited. And now it stabilized, and then boom, we have the break at 64.53. So this is your cue. If you are not out, get out. Get out of here. And then we'll see if we bounce on the top of the bullish channel or within the bullish channel. XRP, yeah, doing just a little bit better, but nothing to see here until 54 cents. Physical gold, okay, this is pulling back a little bit, but we are definitely into a downward channel. Oh, no stochastic, so get out of that one. And silver also continuing down. And this is the bearish channel for silver. Oh, we'll see tomorrow. Right now, post-market, we are below 180.38. So, you know, there's a lot of fighting happening right here. Above, below, above, below. This is really hard. This is still not clear what is going to happen. We have EV stocks starting to launch. So is this going to influence Tesla also? Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. Click on my TradingView affiliate link. I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.